Welcome to the nudie bar, where you get to see their butt, but their trap gets shut.
I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution.
I haven't seen the sun in a fucking week and a half. Look! It just came out! Look at that!
I love it.
And we're back for another installment of After Hours with the Wack Pack. We are recording this one day early because I will be in Pittsburgh all week with Chris Aceto for the NPC Masters Teen Collegiate Nationals, which is always a fun show to go to. It's like 5 days. It's like a whole vacation you got to go on. But we are here. We don't want to leave you guys hanging. I got the whole Wack Pack here. What's going on, guys?
I am so jealous that you get to spend almost a whole week with Chris Aceto. Imagine that.
Why, it's a great venue.
Greg, imagine if you went. Imagine the rest you'd get.
Yeah.
when he's talking to you, like, I'm just kidding.
Wait, he doesn't need summer lies. He uses criticize.
That's how Dave.
Chris.
He watched one of those shows with him and Chris. You know, when Chris like, well, he's trying hard, and I thought he could have came in a little bit tougher. And Dave's like,
you know what the problem is, Greg? You just have no interest in bodybuilding anymore.
No, I'm just kidding.
You're in the bodybuilding industry, but you have no interest in bodybuilding.
I love Chris. He's a little bit woke. Okay.
He's third on the charts for.
He's the most conservative person I know.
I'm kidding.
Here
Chris,
you go, Greg.
I'm only playing around, but your show is boring with Dave. No, wait a minute.
This is cool, man.
Why don't you bring? We got Guru Amin. He's a guru. His name is Guru Amin. Why doesn't he go to these things? Come on.
I don't know.
There you go. What do you mean you don't know?
You want me to answer that for you in the
you want to give us an update on your case?
But he's a guru. He can sit there and be like, well, I think that and
Greg,
then he can get Kamali to go.
Let me explain something to you.
Oh, I'm loving it.
Explain it.
Let me explain it to you. In guru assessments, you have to have a certain number of wins in your column that are definable by terms such as Olympia. So if you've got a Mr. Olympia or 2 or 3 or 4, or Miss Olympia or 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever in your repertoire, then you are a guru.
Suppose
if you don't have any of that shit, then you're just like us. You're a guru.
Does Chris have that?
You know?
What does Chris have?
Are you kidding?
Are you
Who
kidding?
does Chris have? Where have you been hiding?
No, hold on, stop. I'm following. Chris has. I'm talking about Mr. Olympia. When I talk about Mr.
Cutler.
Olympia,
How about Jay Cutler? Let's start with Jay Cutler.
Oh, I didn't know he did Jay.
He worked out. He's been working with.
Oh,
Jay
that's right. You're okay.
Did
Jay?
How about Sean Roden?
Dave, we found somebody who knows less about bodybuilding than Greg.
He brought in epic condition Sean Roden, something that we'd never seen a side leg like that.
Sean Roden.
I feel like I'm talking to Chef Boyardee over there.
I sometimes think that this is the dimension ward that I'm operating on here. And the sad part is that I can't remember anything either. But compared to you guys, it's like as sharp as a tack.
I just want to say, I like Chris Aceto. I like him. He's a good guy. I'm only fucking around. But with you and him together, it's like putting spaghetti on. I like spaghetti and I like ice cream, but I don't want spaghetti on top of my ice cream. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Chris knows that teasing somebody means you like.
I like him.
The problem is that you don't like analysis, Greg.
No, I know her. I met analysis.
It's boring to you, Greg, now.
Listen, but how do you know? What if Amin fucked a few Miss Olympias? Does that count?
If I was talking about Arnold versus Menser, you'd be like, you would have so many opinions. You'd be like, we wouldn't be able to shut you up. You would tell the same story about in the bathroom with Franco and you try to pick your girlfriend up, and you would not shut up. But if I talk about if I talk about Nick Walker versus Samson Dowdy, you can care less. Yeah, you can care less.
Right,
Well,
but also, Greg, if we were talking chemistry or nutrition or something like that, then I would be a good seat at the table.
There you go. See, that works. That works because they're all chemical juggernauts. To win Mr. Olympia today, you have to be a chemical juggernaut.
That was almost a very sophisticated word you used.
It was
like that, huh?
It was close. It was very close.
You said juggernaut because you were like almost.
He was close. He was close.
Some guy comes up to me in the gym. Hold on. Some guy comes up to me in the gym today, and he says to me, "Listen," he goes, "I get," and he pulls all these guys around, all these old guys, and he's like, I was laying on my back, and this chick was blowing me, and she lifted my legs up, and she started licking my ass and jerking me off. This guy thinks I'm gay. Is that gay? I said, was it a real girl, a real female? He's like, yeah, of course it was. I said, well, then you're not gay. Right?
Wait a minute.
Did that really happen?
Yes, I swear.
Hey, everybody, come on around. I got something to tell you.
Yeah, that's what he did. That's what the guy did.
Well, what does it matter to him?
Some guy at the gym. I don't know. Some guy see old.
No gender.
And that was like the first convo you had with him?
No, I've talked to him before. He's a nice guy. He wanted to.
And that would be
he
good.
was arguing with his friend, so he wanted to get some other guys to chime in.
So some chick,
They were breaking his balls big time.
And that makes him. If people think that's gay.
His friend thought that made him gay. I said it's not gay if it's a girl. I said
I think his friend is
doing it. It's a good story.
I think his friend is jealous because some girl ate his ass and not his friend. You understand?
Right.
I think the friend wanted to eat his ass. How is that gay, though? How is that gay? I don't get that.
Because it was ass play, I guess.
My ex-wife used to eat my ass. Dude, listen.
Right, we know your obsession with asses. So
yeah, but I fleet my ass, right?
Notice how there was zero reaction across the board when he let that out.
He doesn't care about Nick Walker, but he likes
saying the
ass.
sky is blue.
I might like Nick Walker for he ate my ass, but would that be gay if Nick Walker ate my ass?
Please don't say that.
Oh my God, that is the
most important. Greg, is it important for you to have a female gendered person eating your ass, or you don't care?
Yeah, no, of course it is. But I mean, like, you wouldn't if that guy would have closed his eyes and he found out it was really his friend doing it, he wouldn't have known the difference unless he might have felt a little scratch. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't.
No, I told him as long as it's a female, it's fine. Was I right?
Well, yeah, I mean, of course. You know
no, but Dave, now it gets to the question. If it was a hot tranny versus a fat woman.
No. I made sure that I told him it was a biological female. He said yes. I said, you're good.
Okay, good. What if their style play, guys? That's a good question because we haven't covered that topic yet.
Wait, what if
their style play? What if you didn't know? And what if you find out after the fact that so-and-so transitioned?
Greg would say it was fine.
Wait, what if she didn't what if she started eating the ass, right? And then the next thing you know, she comes back up like this and is a big penis and she's just pounding the ass. She wants to, soften it up before she pounds.
Run, Forrest, run. That's what I would say.
You would know before you were there, I would hope.
Why do so many of our shows deteriorate into this topic constantly? I think out of all the podcasts out there, even in the genre, we talk about this shit more than fucking anybody.
John Romano, this is After Hours. God damn it! That's
After Hours.
Can After Hours exist with women with no penises? I mean, what the fuck?
Greg does.
It's just because so if it's after hours, the women can have penises. If it's before hours, regular hours, then no.
I saw a great meme. Did you see that meme I sent you, Greg?
Which one? No, right now you just sent it?
No. I sent it the other day. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. If I can't find it, I'll say what it was. But
the thing is that After Hours, anything goes. Crazy shit happens. You never know.
Greg, I agree with that. But can we have some variety in the content? I mean, a little variety. I mean, can we talk about?
So you don't think if Nick Walker
motorcycles or cars or?
But wait, if Nick Walker would have eaten my ass, you don't think that this show would have been more? Like people would have enjoyed watching the show.
No.
Why would you do that to me?
No, people actually don't like it.
Please forgive me.
I think that visual is so wretched.
Thank you. Please forgive us.
I will not eat for 4 meals in a row.
Hey Nick, God bless you.
Dave's trying not to bomb it.
They brought your name up.
Greg, people like you, because
What?
like your
Whoa,
column,
whoa! Back the fuck
That's
up.
right. George is right. Rambling freak right here.
you talk because you don't have, Greg, you never have to bring up anything about sexuality, any of that stuff. No one wants to hear that. They want to hear your character, Greg Valentino. You speak, your column that you wrote in caps.
Where have you been?
That's how you are in life. You talk in caps. You follow what I'm saying?
What do you think he's doing?
This is the rambling.
Exactly what he's doing.
Right, but not. Hold on. But the rambling freak didn't speak about all the sexual stuff. In there, really.
Did you not read his column?
He doesn't have to.
Georgie, you cannot make statements like that. You obviously have not read one single.
Yes, I have. I read them all.
For you to say that, they know you haven't, because that's his topic du jour.
Can I just say something? Let me just say one thing. This is a fact. John, I don't know if you remember this. The first column, I did a test column for fucking Steve Bleckman. And I wrote about, I don't understand how I know that some trainers get their nuts cut off, yet they could still blow a load, right? Meanwhile, fucking some bodybuilder takes a little bit of the babanya, right? And he can't get his dick up. I don't understand that. So Steve Bleckman said, my God, Henry, this is the craziest shit I ever read. And that's when he gave me I swear to God, that was my first column ever. I still have it.
I read it before.
I read about that shit. And Bleckman was like, this is fucking crazy. And then he said to me, you know what? I'm going to call you. What do you want to be called? And then I said, I don't care. Call me whatever you want. As long as you're paying, I don't give a shit. And then he came up with the name Ramblin' Freak. And that's why he called me the Ramblin' Freak, because I talked about insane shit like that. But it was true, because there's fucking girls.
I remember him when he showed me your column the first time, and told me to read it. And all he kept saying is, outrageousness sells. He's outrageous, And didn't you handwrite the first one and printed the whole thing? I think
I wrote it. No, I wrote it in all caps.
Yeah, you wrote it, but it was in pen. It wasn't a typewriter.
No, I typed it, but the thing is, it was all words misspelled.
It was terrible.
One finger.
I don't think he edited it. I think he
did, because he wanted to leave it exactly that way.
Yeah, you use like different fonts too.
Right, it's a work of art.
Did you guys watch?
That's his artistic.
But he said.
Did you guys watch that movie with Whoopi Goldberg? I think it was Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Right.
Yeah. She had to get the words to the song, and she's listening by the speaker. She's going, "What the fuck, Mick? What are you saying?" To get the words to the Jumpin' Jack Flash, the song. So that's exactly what it was like trying to read Greg's first column.
Right.
It was like, what language is this? Is this hieroglyphics? What is this? I mean, one misspelled word would run into another misspelled word, creating a compound misspelled word.
That's why Bleckman said to me, leave it. He didn't want to edit it.
He wanted
he said it's dysfunctional and it's gritty. I love
outrageous.
Remember that's the Ramblin' Freak, the byline was actually in like you cut it out of newspaper, like what serial killers do. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
And it was all upside because I wrote it fucked up, but that's the first thing I wrote because it's true. You know what I'm saying?
And the pic of you with getting it in the handcuffs, that was his favorite.
Dude, that's an epic picture.
Yep.
Yes. Janine Pirro.
So jacked too. He's so jacked.
Janine Pirro.
Fucking arms are bigger than your head.
I got news to you, John. If you ever read John's unedited articles, they're horrendous too, because he's always high when he writes them. So the content is so good, but there's like no grammar. The spelling is terrible. It's like the editing required for his articles must have been.
Well, I use Chat GPT now.
I was going to say nowadays.
My stuff looks so good.
Me too, bro.
Stuff at the
I'm
magazine.
with you on that.
Ron,
he always told me, he goes, Dave, no one even has to edit your articles. No one understands what you're writing about anyway. He goes, but you don't make any mistakes. I said, because I edit the thing before I send it into you. That's why.
Yeah,
you can't edit your own articles. It's impossible.
No, you'll miss stuff. You definitely miss stuff.
Dude, I remember Steve Bleckman telling me, here's John Romano's column. I'm going to print it. It's the Rico McTaco. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The Rico McTaco thing, the whole thing. So I'm just saying, Steve liked all that great.
He encouraged that.
Yeah.
He liked it. So
he allowed me to let my mind wander.
He liked it in print. He just didn't like it in video. That's all.
Right.
Anyway, getting back to the penises the topic, just not to beat it to death. So there was a great
Get
reel.
it, beat it to death.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. The reel
pun
was like
intended.
in the 80s, they're talking about women's down between their legs. In the 70s, it was like a big bush, and then
I love it.
Then they go to the next one. In the 80s, it was like a landing strip.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, or in the 90s, it was a landing strip. Then in the year 2000s, it was like shaved.
Gone.
And now it's a cock.
No, but wait. In the 80s, it was the landing strip started, and then in the 90s, they had the Hitler. The Hitler.
Oh, the Hitler mustache.
They
Yeah,
cut
you're right.
the fucking landing strip down, so it was like a little bit of a Hitler.
That's my
And then
favorite, the Hitler one.
But you're forgetting from the bush. It didn't go from the bush straight to the strip. It went from the bush to the triangle to the strip.
Triangle.
No, and then the heart. Remember, they would carve the heart out of it too.
Dude, I love that
The heart was
70s
famous for a while.
If you
The
watch
heart was
70s porn and you see that
The
big
landing strip was pretty cool.
I like the one that goes right
My
back.
preference is Hitler.
I had an exclamation point once. I was like, "Holy shit, really?"
Wait, the exclamation point was the Hitler with the landing strip with the hairy asshole. So that's like the fist, and then the asshole's hairy. Dude, I like the belly
Greg always has to one up me.
You know where it got the back trail go up the belly button? Who doesn't like that? Come on, a light one, not like that Vegas nice little right up the
No
belly
hair
button.
up there. No hair above the bikini line, Greg. Come on.
No, I don't. I like a 70s rug. When I watch if I
You like hairy armpits, Greg?
No.
Did Greg like his girls to come back from Turkey? He wants them to have hair transplants.
Oh, dude, I love that though. The rug. Listen, you have a fucking snatch. It's like two fucking chicken cutlets put together, right? But God put hair on there because it's supposed to be sexy. You know what I mean? I had a girl in high school, a girl I was in love with, right? We would go to the beach, and I was like 16, 17 years old. She'd have hair sticking out of the side of like a little bikini down there. You know what I'm saying? A little triangle. Oh, that used to drive. I would get an instant boner just from the hair sticking out of the bikini.
How old were you?
I was like 16. She was like 15.
Like you
Instant boner when the door opens.
He probably was humping the sand right in the beach in front of everyone.
laying on his
Oh man, you have no idea. She was 15 and she had that bush like that. I was like, my God.
So imagine how great it would be if we just never had sex until we got married.
What?
Hold on, let me make a statement.
I can't take it seriously. That's great, John.
What? If we just met the one person we loved, we didn't have sex before we got married. We got married, and never watched porn, and that was the only person that we ever had sexual relationships with. Out of love, how great would that be?
Wouldn't be great.
The point I'm making is you wouldn't compare it to anything else.
What if you did all that?
No, I disagree.
It sucks. What if
I disagree? My mom
sucks?
My mom. Look, how about when two people married, like my mom and dad were married. When my dad died, my mom never dated anybody or anything. And that's
my
like most
father
moms.
Never dated anybody.
But that's because they were together so long.
And that's
but Dave, I'm making a valid point.
There are some people that have.
But the point I'm making is it's far better because then you're not corrupted in your head. You're not comparing it to this to that.
My parents would be almost 100.
You got to have the comparison. Otherwise, you don't know if you got it good or not. If every day was a good one, how would you know?
They say that advanced souls will have multiple relationships because it's like you're having multiple learning experiences on Earth.
Chris Angel said that's all bullshit.
You know how many people come back to Genghis Khan or Charlemagne?
I'm not talking about.
Wait a minute. A chick is like a baseball glove. You get a new baseball glove, it's all stiff and shit. You try to catch a ball, you can't do it, right? But once it's glued in and like really worked and it's been, it's had a lot of fucking banging in there, that baseball glove, that fucking thing will be catching balls left and right. Go try to buy a brand new baseball glove. It's stiff. Like a pair of fucking old, leather shoes in the old days when he couldn't even had to break the shoes in, I want a girl. I don't want no fucking virgin that's gonna sit there. It's just gonna hurt, I want a girl that's like licking my ass. I'm licking her ass. She's
back to the ass again.
Hold on,
I want to
But Greg, to George's point, can you not get there together? Like, can you not start as innocent and then maybe get there together, but just with her, maybe? That's
I don't
what
like
George is saying, I think.
Yeah, but our parents were my fucking parents met in the fucking 50s and shit. You know what I mean? Like, so back then it was like that. Chicks didn't fuck around. By the time that,
Well,
you know,
yeah, it was
you know what I mean?
romance.
Today,
We fell in love.
Dude,
They
girls
started a
today,
family, God, family, and country.
We're in
That's
a godless world, man.
John Romano and George, you too. When we were in high school, you had 2 or 3 chicks that fucked, right? And everybody wanted to get with that. Some of them were fat, you know what I mean? You didn't get blowjobs like that. You know, one here and there you did, but not much because chicks were a little bit more. Today, they're fucking 13 years old. These girls are sucking guys' dicks, sticking a fucking finger up their ass.
Easy with the language. Easy with the language.
Oh, sorry. Sticking a finger up their butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, these chicks today are fucking experienced.
Let's change course here for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Someone sent me this picture. I remember this picture, but I hadn't seen it in a while. Do you remember this picture when Arnold was filming Conan?
Oh
yeah. That's my
Yeah.
mother-in-law on the right. That's my mother-in-law.
Look how big Will Chamberlain and Andre the Giant are compared to Arnold. And Arnold's not
crazy. Arnold's
That is
6'2". Let's not take light of that.
I don't know if he's 6'2", but he's sick. He's definitely over 6 feet.
Wait, is that's Arnold?
Yes.
Arnold.
Looks like
His face doesn't look like that.
No, Georgie, that's Conan.
Brian, that's Conan.
Well, hey, look at Andre. He looks lean. Andre looks relatively lean there.
For
That's
a
my
guy
mother-in-law.
for a guy with massive gyno as big
I
as Arnold's
met
head.
Will Chamberlain in '96.
Dave,
Will Chamberlain ran a 4.5 40-yard dash.
Oh, he was a freak athlete. He's a big volleyball player.
Dave, what do you think Dr. Blau would think of that bitch tit on
I don't know.
on Andre over there?
He'd have a field day with that thing.
He'd have to use a pool vacuum to get that.
He'd have to use his car.
He'd have to use a pool vacuum.
He had freak strength. Look at the size of his hands.
Will Chamberlain. I was watching a story.
I remember
Will Chamberlain about how great of an athlete he was. It was like Magic Johnson and that whole class of guys. They had just started playing with the Lakers, and Wilt came and he was 43 years old, and they were playing a pickup game, and Magic put up the last shot, and Wilt fucking swatted it away, and Magic said, "That's it, we win." He goes, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "That's goaltending." And so Wilt went to the coach at the time, and he's like, "Is that goaltending?" He's like, "No." And they're like, "Man, that's goaltending." He's like, "All right, fine." He goes, "We're gonna play again. First to 11 wins." He goes, "You guys are not going to hit. Not one shot will go into that basket." 43 years old, he blocked every shot that these guys took. It was Magic and all the guys that went on to become the great NBA players.
Well, he was right there.
They couldn't get a shot off. That's because he blocked every shot they took.
All right, wait.
He's right there, Dave. All he has to do is just go like
what I'm
this.
saying is he might have been. A lot of people don't consider him in the talk of who's the greatest basketball player of all time, because he didn't have the rings, to go. But he was probably the greatest athlete on the basketball court.
All right, but wait, get this. Speaking of Will Chamberlain getting a shot off, okay, isn't he the guy that said he made love to like 10,000 girls or some shit like that?
10,000 women, yeah.
Imagine that. If you're 7 feet, whatever, his dick is probably like
at least 2 feet. At least
14,
2 feet.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Imagine that. He could fuck you from like 2 feet away.
Here we go. Back to the penises again, John.
Interesting.
No, but I'm just saying.
We never really heard that about Wilt. That's the funny thing. You heard about the numbers.
Yeah, but Greg, when your penis is that big, do you think it's like a terrible thing because you really can't ever have sex with a woman unless you find like some 7-foot woman you can get into? Like, you're never going to be able to like fully sink the whole thing in there, right?
I don't know.
Unless she weighs like 600 pounds and is a big
maybe.
fat
And
one.
some of the fat rolls,
Yeah, but his dick is 2 feet.
That's
Mine's
why
only
the
a
black
foot and a
penis
half.
evolved into being that long, is because
But
the
mine's only
women
a
had
foot
that
and a half,
big
so I
ass.
wouldn't know.
You had to evolve. In order to evolve, in order for the species to survive, the bigger penis had to be used.
Whose evolutionary story is that? That's what I want.
Yeah, right.
Process
Who
evolution.
made that one up?
It's
John is a
evolution.
researcher.
Survival of the-
research.
Dave,
John
the
doesn't talk
survival of the
unless he knows
fittest.
more than what he's talking about.
No, chicks
Right,
don't
John?
like.
Right.
Chicks ain't gonna want something. It can't even fit in there. You kill a girl with that shit.
Yeah.
I have a
so
foot
when
and a
Wilt
half.
actually slept with these women, did he really sleep with these women? I mean, really?
He says 10,000.
Supposedly a typical woman's like vaginal canal, I think could take supposedly like up to 8 inches or something like that, 6.5 to 8 inches or something like that is the average for women. I'm sure there are women that have more and less.
So he could get like
Wait, Let me ask you guys a question. We all have kids, right? Did any of you guys? I remember my wife was pregnant. I used to always be afraid that I was going to hit the baby and shit in there. Did you ever bang your wife when she was pregnant?
Yeah,
We all did, didn't we all, guys?
So I used to use that as an excuse. Well, you got to turn around. Maybe if I do it in the ass, we won't hit the baby.
Well, that's because you're so big, Greg. You know, a lot of guys can't reach that
Well,
far in.
it's fat. I got a fat fucking. I got a piece of God, bro.
Then you probably weren't hitting anything. You weren't hitting heads or anything like that.
Well, I was afraid my kid was going to jerk me off while I was.
Stop.
Sorry. I feel like. Wait, I'm sorry, Lee Priest. I'm sorry. I'm like taking on your persona here.
Yes, yeah.
Maybe you should smack yourself in the head with an omelet, Greg.
What's that?
You need an omelet to smack yourself in the head. Just to make you stop.
I want to pull up another. Did you see this story?
What?
A gym. Hold on.
Exactly. And if you're 25, that means you're old. Is that when it begins? Now 25?
So this gym wants to ban women that are over 24 years of age.
That's stupid.
Going to the gym during 4 to 7 p.m. on weekdays.
Because
Wait. Why?
Yeah,
Any women that are over the age of 24, they don't want them in the gym. I don't know what the reason. I'm trying to figure out
What gym
the
is
reason.
this? Though?
Because they're too hot. That's why.
Too hot. Yeah,
No,
they want only young women there. I don't know.
That's stupid.
They want hot women.
They want a hot gym.
Net. Her gym is now banning women over age 24 from working out every day, Monday through Friday, between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. Lisa, what is that?
We need it
That
the
is
most.
terrible.
But we need it the
hour.
most. Like, I'm 40. You eat a cheeseburger, the next day you weigh 10 pounds.
That's not true.
It's like, when you get older, your metabolism. So we need the gym the most. So I find this personally offensive.
You're not at 40.
Yes,
I am 40.
What does this
I would
serve,
my
Harris?
brother lie
This
about
is what
me.
I don't understand. What purpose does this serve to have only 18 to 24-year-olds from 4 to 7 every day?
Well, maybe it's a social thing.
fucking
I don't
dumb.
know,
Are
but
you
I
kidding
agree with
me?
Lisa.
I think it probably attracts more men. That's why.
Exactly. What the fuck? Is it
It's
attracts more?
stupid.
That is the dumbest fucking.
Yeah, but John,
That's
if you were
dumber
there,
than
you're
Planet, Planet Fitness, I think.
Because no, it's a bunch of offended women saying how.
No, the women are the ones being banned.
Because women under 24 are fucking hot. That's why.
John,
That's
They
stupid.
dress hot, they look hot, they act hot, they do hot
Hold on.
shit, and that's
The
what
women
guys
are the
want to
ones
look
being
at when they're
banned,
working
John.
out in the gym.
John, the
I mean,
women are banned. The women are banned. Why are they
I
banning
get
women
it.
over age 24?
It's stupid.
Yes, they want young, hot women in the gym.
I
I'm
guess.
surprised they're not banning old guys.
Nah, it's stupid.
When I was my partner in Mexico was.
I think Jeffrey Epstein owns
Here,
that
let me
gym.
give you a
That's
great
the
example of
problem.
how well that works. My partner in Mexico was friends with a guy who was managed strippers. Okay. He had 1,200 strippers under management. He would divvy them out between all the strip clubs. They got a free membership to his gyms if they trained between 4 and 8 in the afternoon. Free membership.
Yeah,
So,
you're probably
The
right.
gym was loaded with strippers. And guess what happened to the membership rolls?
Went up.
Sky high.
Right.
Sky high. Better than any promo ever done in the gym.
Right, but I don't
Sky
think
high.
you have to ban women over 24.
That's the stupidest thing.
but-
That is so stupid.
I'm not saying whether it's good or bad. I'm just telling you why they're doing it.
Dude, nobody
100%,
loves
100%.
younger girls more than me. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? I could have been on Epstein's island.
Imagine like you have like a really hot girl and like she turns 25. They're like, sorry, can't come to the gym anymore during these hours.
Her birthday's like it was yesterday.
Yeah, like yesterday. They're like, sorry, your membership
Sorry,
is done
today you were
now.
25. Yesterday you were 24.
You're going to have a market.
You're hot yesterday, not anymore. Yeah.
You're going to have a market for fake IDs the other way.
Yeah,
Right.
they gotta
I wonder who monitors this.
Yeah,
do you
right.
have like a hall monitor in the
Right.
gym?
They
So,
got a
I
balance.
don't know. You look a little over
It's
24
been
to me.
24 for 3 years. What the
Check the
hell?
ID.
Hold on now. What if you're a tranny and do you still fall into the under 24? Or are you since you're technically a male, you're okay?
Dude,
What-
you know what?
So
You
is
know
that
what?
to get out of gym? So
what they
everybody
really-
at 24, they all transition in order to stay
No,
on
what
gym.
they really wanted to do was say no fat, ugly chicks between 4 and 7 o'clock.
That's
But they
exactly.
can't do that. It's illegal. So discrimination, whatever,
What about
it's a bad
age
thing to do.
discrimination?
So instead, they twist it around to try to ban
Right.
them from training. So
You
if
got
they
it.
really
Exactly.
wanted to be honest, they would say, look, we only want hot women in the gym between 4 and 7 or
Yeah,
whatever.
but
I
what
don't
if you're
think
a
that's the
fat
reason,
18-year-old? What
John,
if
that's not
But
the,
at least they're being honest. Be
but the
honest.
re- the
That's what we
reason
want to
isn't-
do.
I don't think the reason is hot.
Are
I'm
you
reading
kidding
something
me,
here
Georgie?
saying
This
because
is
they want
exactly what they want to do. Why else would they do it? For health
Because they
reasons?
want, all right. I'm reading here that they want teenage. They want to encourage young teenagers between 14 and 18.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
I'm reading something.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I'm not.
And they should all be and Georgia, they all got to be virgins too.
Right.
Yes, they should.
Yes,
and yes, they should.
They got to be fat, ugly virgins.
Wait.
Who said?
Hold on. But
Oh,
if you
who said that?
want to make money.
With Harry Bush.
If you really
With a
want to
hairy
make
bush,
money,
fat, ugly virgins with a hairy bush.
No.
That's
Hold on.
that,
If you
that are
really-
right. That
if
are
you
only
really
looking to
wanna
get
make money,
married.
What,
listen.
Jim? I'm just reading some stuff. That's all.
Wait, hold on. You guys are all missing a fucking point. You really want to make money? The girls have to be under 25 and the guys have to be older men. Because older men got their scot all, and that would fucking pack the gym.
What do you-
'Cause
That's
older
what
men
they're
are horny
doing. That's what this
motherfuckers.
gym is
That's
doing.
what they're doing.
No,
Greg.
older
That's
men,
exactly what they're
The
doing.
men have to be over 40. and the chicks have to
That comes
have a pack.
naturally. That comes
Yes.
without
Can't be a
trying.
young guy either. They should have no young guys in there because young guys don't fucking want to pay anymore.
Hey, what gym? Find out the gym. What
Dude,
gym?
let
is
me-
doing?
Imagine if it was
Jason.
Planet. See now, how come Planet Fitness can ban bodybuilders? Can say nobody, nobody
Is it
looks
a
like the
lump
guy
of
on the
arm?
wall with the circle with the
The
lines
lump of arm.
drawn.
Yeah.
But you can't put an age restriction on women. How is that fair?
I don't
Sam Sulek worked out at a lot of Planet
I
Fitness.
think Dave's looking at porn right now while we're
No,
talking.
I want to get your opinion. I want to get your opinion on this guy. Hold on. Have you
Dave's
seen this
looking.
dude?
Who is that?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I
Dude,
can't play
yeah.
the music because it'll.
Whatever pre-workout he took, I think it really worked.
My take on it on Heavy Muscle Radio was that I don't mind when people do crazy shit on stage, but you got to at least look good. This guy
What's
is
he saying?
terrible.
Every contest
terrible.
has guys like
It's
that.
I heard you
What's
say
wrong
that,
with
muscle.
but you know what? We don't know how bad he looked. He
Wait,
could've
do we
looked
know what
great.
song that is?
Yeah.
But I agree. It's not a transformation competition. It's a competition, not, transformations don't count. You really need to look good. I agree.
What is he doing?
He thinks he's posing.
But is
I think his tan on his face is really what.
did you watch it with the sound on before? Do you know
Yes.
what song that is?
Yeah, I forgot what it was. He looks like the Heat Miser.
So is he miming the word?
Yes.
Is it rap?
Screaming it.
Is it a rap song?
No.
Did anybody notice he had a pec tear?
Pec tear. He has no conditioning.
You saw pecs?
what
I
does
didn't
it,
see
what
any
does it
pecs.
matter? It's just his expression.
I was
of
looking
himself.
for pecs. I didn't
Oh, it's
see
that.
any.
It's the Kid Rock song.
Okay.
Oh, what Kid Rock song?
So you played one from last
yeah,
week, the guy dancing like a freaking maniac. Was
Hey, which
that
Kid
one.
Rock song? The one I can't even.
Yeah, that guy, though,
Atlanta.
he's
One
been
that
doing
Branch
that
Warren
everywhere.
always poses. I forget the name of it. It's
That group from last
Oh,
night.
put the first 5 seconds. You know the
yeah,
song.
Greg saying. What do we? Yeah, sing it.
When
Greg.
American Badass.
Yeah,
You know
American
what
Badass.
Trump says?
American
I
Badass.
am American Badass. What? All that shit.
So he.
Oh, so that's what he's doing. He's rapping.
But Greg, but John, Mr. G, the guy looks terrible.
Yeah, but Dave, Dave,
I don't
what do
care.
you-
I'm all for creativity on stage, but if you look like dog shit, you can't do this. It's embarrassment.
But
We've seen this
As my friend Doug Wentz would say, he has no friends. This guy.
You've seen this over the years many times.
George,
I blame the promoter.
If you
Should
look
never
like that,
let.
George, I wouldn't let you get on stage.
Dave,
This
Nick
is
Walker
testament-
disagrees with
this
you.
is
Nick
testament-
Walker said that we should leave him alone. He's having fun.
Yeah.
And he said that's what Nick Walker said.
Well, this is
No,
testament
if you're
to
in
the fact
shape,
that
it's a different story. You can have fun. But
This
when
is
you're not in shape,
testament
it's
to the-
embarrassing.
this is testament to the greed of the promoter. They
What
will
about the
take
guys that
they will
compete in
take
our
anybody's money.
Yeah,
No,
The
but
promoter
that's-
should
not
should
the
not have let that guy in his show.
No, it's not the promoter's fault. It's this
Yes, it
guy's
is.
fault.
I'm gonna get a picture of my last show. I'm gonna show you the guy that was in it.
He's either insane or he's got
Tony's
no.
right.
he's got no,
Where do you set standards, Dave? Where do you get to show up at a competition? You've seen some competitions. They're fat. They just put paint on. Literally fat, and they're I mean, I don't want to say rest in peace. We know some that did that.
Yes.
But besides him, who got a following. Some of these people, there has to be, someone should say sorry when you weigh in.
I mean, the problem is you got to sit through that shit. Now, if you got 10 of those motherfuckers, you got to sit through 20 minutes of that crap.
Yeah.
So
I want to sit through 20 minutes.
you got the promoter's got to be responsible for putting on a good show.
Hey, you remember this guy? Look,
hold on, listen.
remember that guy?
I'm not against letting
Guy
him
right
do
here.
it. He's not listening. What are you showing us?
That's Georgie.
Remember that guy right here?
Steve Annex. Yeah, but there's something mentally wrong with him.
Oh my God, I know him. Steve Annex, is that him?
Yeah, that's
Holy
Steve
shit, I can't see.
Yeah, he's mentally irregular.
He's at every New York show, though, George. Every one.
That's mental irregular.
Yeah, that was the last time. And then this.
I'm not. Anyone who pays should be able to do a regional show. What I'm saying is, if you're one of these people watching the show, don't get on stage and embarrass yourself by showing up out of shape. Okay, it's one thing to be a little off. This guy has almost no muscle. He certainly is not even close to in contest shape, and he looks like a nutcase on stage. Whoever let him get up there is out of them. There's no way this guy has one friend, because no one would let him get up there and do that.
I think you're being too harsh.
Those kind of guys think they look good. He thinks he looks good. Those are the kind of guys in the gym. You see doing
this guy doesn't look like he's got mental retardation or anything like that. I think he just is delusional. This guy, that's all.
Dude, Steve Annex is wacky.
Listen.
Steve is a little off. I excuse him. He can do whatever he wants.
He's on the spec.
Some people, when they take certain drugs or alcohol, they think they're invincible. Maybe he had a few too many drinks and he literally thinks he's, Superman or something.
He might have had a few drinks. What happened to the contest diet? I mean,
well, yeah, he should have never showed up. I agree with that.
He should get in shape. That's all.
He should have tried harder.
He could have been. He could have been with the body shorts, maybe. And got really ripped.
I just think he probably looked a lot worse than this. I think he probably did make a marginal improvement. I think he probably did look a lot better than he did 12 weeks ago. I just think what our standards are and what he may think is an accomplishment are on two different levels. I've competed. Obviously, I've won. Everyone knows, there's a difference between somebody who's seriously trying to win the show and someone who just wants to stand on stage and do a dance for himself or to get on this show.
Get the experience, right?
Right.
Dude, Steve Annex used to ask me all the time, do I look good? How's my chest look? Do I look good? What about this? And he'd show you the tricep.
I mean, what I used to say, you could go in the triathlon.
I used to say, Steve,
and compete, and you could be coming last. You still compete.
Hey, Steve, can you put on some tan, please, for me? Put a little tan on.
That's true. That's true.
Put tan on.
Some guys don't even shave. You'll see guys.
So you know what he would do? He'd go backstage and he'd paint Pro-Tan on. First of all, he used to put Pro-Tan on the night before. And he'd get out on stage. It would be running. He'd have the same no color with the tan running down his.
He'd have only Pro-Tan here.
Dr. Mike Israel made that mistake. Dr. Mike Israel's tan was pretty bad. Greg Doucette called it out. I mean, some of these things are kind of like amateur mistakes for people who are supposed to go.
Listen, I mean, I have a competitor who's doing the USA, and he's black. And I told him, get in the tanning bed.
Absolutely.
Get in the tanning bed because you're going to look better. Even Don Long, I know he used to tan too because he was light.
And you know what? I don't know why some of these other guys don't. Like Martin Fitzwater, like he didn't have a base when he was running in the show that he.
I already voiced my disapproval with that. If you can't lay in a tanning bed because you have cancer, then do melanotan at least. So at least you have something.
It's got to be even, and there has to be something before you put the paint on. And also, if you're not in good condition, your skin doesn't really suck up the paint. You know what I'm talking about. When you're dry and you're really, really dry and they put that paint on, it sucks through you. You can taste it in your mouth. It's so disgusting. You know what I'm saying?
Probably not good for you, but yeah. I know.
No, but when you're dry and you're in shape,
with the stick with the sponge,
it sticks to you.
Pro-Tan, I mean, you'd look orange. With that stuff.
That guy was orange.
That guy was orange. Yeah.
Well, maybe it's the lighting's off. He doesn't.
No, he's orange.
No, he's orange. He probably also took what is it?
He's one of these guys that you know what
with the niacin.
I guarantee he's one of the guys who goes to the gym. He's got the gym bag for whatever the latest company is that's making it. What's that latest company that's doing him? The
Young LA.
I did
Whatever.
it. Wolfpack.
Wolfpack. He probably has the Wolfpack bag. He's got a jug of fucking gallon of water. He's got straps, knee wraps, elbow sleeves,
Got it all.
wrist things. He's got gloves. He's got all the gear at the gym. He's got the Tupperware containers. He's with his food, which he probably has way too much of. And he talks the lifestyle. Yeah. He does everything bodybuilding except suffer to get in the best shape of his life.
He wants to be Dave. He wants to be a friend.
He gets the gym probably all day long, talking to people, and he does everything but what he's supposed to do, which is the hard work.
He wasn't juiced, Dave. He wasn't juiced to the gills.
Dave, I just texted you.
By any means.
We don't know what he was. We don't know what he was.
I don't even know. I could
Dave, invite him on the show.
Hey,
he could be
great
not
guest.
on here.
Have him on the show. Maybe the guy. He seems like one of those guys.
George, he looks like he's only on TRC.
I'm one of the guys that I see the people who maybe aren't the best or this or that and something. I'm not betting it and help them. He probably needs someone to help him.
He's going to get a lot of help now. I'm sure a lot of people are going to help
seriously.
Now, some of those guys don't listen, though. If you talk to Steve Annex, he's not going to listen to you. You can sit there and say, Steve, what are you doing?
But he's got some mental problems, though.
No, Steve, look. Steve is
George. You should reach out to this guy and
yes, have him on the show.
Every show.
Have him on the show.
If he wants, contact me. We'll have him on. I'll get him on.
Does anybody know his name?
He probably deserves to be a regular on this show.
Joe Matarazzo.
Because we're the Wack Pack. He's a wacky.
If he went to prison, he's in. That's all.
It's his prerequisite is he has a record.
The new prerequisite. Yeah. If you want to be on the show permanently, you have to
have worn a bracelet.
No violent crimes though. You have to commit a crime.
You have to have worn a bracelet.
Distribution's okay.
Yeah. Anything that's not violent will take you.
So.
John, we were talking about ingratiating this guy into the Wack Pack. We might want to bring him on the show.
Who?
The orange
guy. Posing.
Whatever. The guy posing. Sure.
Yeah, I got an idea. Let's help him get ready for his next show. Let's pick a show. And
why don't you start with your Mr. G's Captain Protein cookies?
Let's train him to fight.
And your species and everybody else.
Don't volunteer my supplements for him.
No, I think Georgie should train him to fight him.
He's too short.
This guy looks dangerous. He might actually, he might beat the.
Are you hot? What's going on, John?
Stupid fucking pool guy let my dogs out. They were out in the street.
Sweating your ass off, man.
No, it's rain.
Fucking 90 million degrees here. I'm yelling for the dogs. They're outside the gate because this stupid fucking retard.
But he's also probably natural. He
really doesn't look like he's on.
Georgie, come on. That guy's jacked out of his mind. What are you talking about?
He probably lost a lot of weight or something like that.
If you lose a lot, he might that too. If he was like 100 pounds
That's
overweight.
what I was saying. I think he really made an improvement for himself, but just not to what we think is good enough to compete.
Can I tell you what the problem with this is?
What?
People use the bodybuilding contests as sort of a goalpost for self-improvement. So I lost 1,000 pounds. I got 4 acres of floppy skin. That woman that did the same thing. She went to a figure show. She had like an acre and a half of extra skin flopping around all over the place. But she's using the contest as a celebration of her achievement. That's not the purpose of competing. That's like entering a Formula One race with a shopping cart. You have to learn how to parallel park. I mean, that's not why you compete. You compete to win. Right. That's the object of
but if they want to have fun, I don't care.
You don't have a shot at winning. Why the fuck are you on stage?
Yeah, but they want to have fun. Who gives a shit?
Greg, you got to sit through that shit.
Let one of them
do it. If you got 10.
You should compete. You should compete because you're your best. You want to bring your best. You're competing to bring your best, not.
Yeah, but if it's a local show,
not something better than you were yesterday. It's your best. That's not his best. It's not even close to his best. So.
I don't win. It's a local show.
The object is winning.
Greg, would you ever get on stage at anything less than your best?
No, but I have a different mindset.
That's the answer.
My first show I did, I was 17
Hold on. Stop. Why wouldn't you get on stage at anything?
Dave, listen to me. You're talking to a guy. If I'm supposed to do 100 sets and I did 99,
Greg, hold on. Just answer my question. Why wouldn't you get on stage at anything less than your best?
Because it's me, and I feel like I would never be able to look myself in the eye if I didn't get up there at my best.
Because you have self-respect, right?
100%. Yeah, but
all right,
maybe
so this guy has no self-respect.
Greg was also
to
around.
him, maybe that's his best.
He's also around all
not his
Mr.
best.
Olympians.
That's not even close to his best.
No,
He was around all the top bodybuilders in the world.
I made that mistake one time.
This guy made
I competed when I wasn't my best. I missed my peak and I competed. I shouldn't have. I was already
probably
there.
were like 3 pounds off, though. This guy was 30 pounds off, probably, or 20.
This guy's no
Whoa,
muscle.
wait. I mean, there's a point there, because if you commit to doing a show, all right, and you blow it, you can't pull a Nick Walker and decide I'm not competing. You got to go in and take the L.
Why not? This is not the Olympia.
No,
it's
listen,
not the Olympia.
I took a lot of slack for it. Boston Lloyd ripped me apart for it because I didn't look good, and there was people talking about I ate spaghetti the night before. I was so flat I couldn't fill out, and I at my age I didn't realize it. I depleted the way I thought I could when I was young, and I just couldn't fill out. It just didn't happen. Instead of depleting and filling out, I just kind of like lost it and got flat.
Yeah, but this guy's not.
I took diuretics. So on top of being flat, I took diuretics too. It was a big L, but you know,
this guy's a recreational.
It was Pittsburgh.
He's not a real
bodybuilder.
You're going.
He's not a real bodybuilder. It's not what he's. We've been doing this shit since we were young. This guy's a guy who maybe joined a gym, lost a bunch of weight, like John said with the fat chick. And then all of a sudden thinks like, look, I look good, because when he goes like this, there might be a slight dent in the back of his arm.
But Greg, you can't clog up a bodybuilding contest.
I understand, but if he wants to do it,
because if one of them, so you let one through, okay, let the guy in, all right. What do you let everybody hang at 2 minutes? What the fuck? But now you got 10 of them at 2 minutes a pop. Right. That's 20 minutes. You want to sit through 20 minutes of that shit?
Yeah.
No, the average.
And in defense of what I did, I still put on a great posing routine. I still did everything,
Yeah, but you were legitimately a bodybuilder. Right. This guy's a fucking clown. He's
That's
a
what
joke.
I'm saying.
There's a huge difference.
He's not John. He's not. He still trains. The guy has
George. He's a fucking joke. He does not belong on stage. That is not the place for him to be.
I don't care.
He wants to be at the beach, at the pool, at the park, whatever. Good for him. He does not belong on a bodybuilding show. He does not belong disrespecting the other serious athletes, and he does not belong there wasting my fucking
John, he just
time.
came here. He's right there.
So you're saying there should be a criteria? There should be a certain criteria that you're going to meet?
John, can I ask you
talking
this?
about the guy Armand that was like,
the
guy looked like red. He was.
Let's see what Armand has to say.
There's another one.
Rest in peace. What about Big Lenny? Big Lenny also shouldn't have been competing. Big Lenny.
No, if you don't look like a bodybuilder, you shouldn't compete.
But hold on. But even people like Sam Sulek remember things from Big Lenny. He became something. I mean, I know.
Sam Sulek used some of Big Lenny's stage.
So everybody's going to start doing this now.
Come on.
Probably
look at Arnold. That's what I'm going to get my stage acumen from is Arnold. All right. I'm not going to look at Sam Sulek or whomever else. Yeah. The point is that a competition is for serious competitors who wish to win. That's what it's for. It's not to make a statement, celebrate an accomplishment, or any other shit that Georgie likes to think about. It's to fucking win. That's what it's for, to win. If you're there for any other reason, you're wasting the other competitors' time, you're wasting the audience's time, and you're wasting everybody else's
energy.
What about
running a marathon?
You go there to win. If you don't look like a bodybuilder, you got no business being on stage.
If you run a race, it doesn't matter. You're not taking up anyone else's time. It doesn't matter if you're.
I mean, it should be.
Yeah, but it's an amateur show. If it's a first
does it matter?
Beginners,
does it matter?
Get guys that look like momos. It's just
that's because the promoters are greedy. That's
you
why.
can be no. It's not the promoter. You can be
skinny. It is.
The promoter is the gatekeeper. The promoter decides who's going to come.
No, because he's saying. No, you got to be responsible.
If the promoter can keep Sean Roden from competing because he was 5 minutes late to the fucking meeting,
that's
the promoter can keep fucking Popo Gigio over there from fucking competing.
That's a different story. But people should have enough self-respect for themselves not to show up.
And the other competitors.
Yeah, but if it's a beginner show,
the promoter can stop it.
I have the opposite. I want to bring up another scenario. This guy we beat to death. All right. I don't think he should be on stage because was not in shape and he was an embarrassment to himself. But that's up to him.
Whatever he wants.
Now I want to show you someone who's won and is gloating in her glory. I want to get
one person in her class, right?
That guy could have won the show.
Oh, I hate that.
Wait. Is there more than one person in the class?
John,
Yes, just listen. I want you to get I want you. I'm not going to give you my opinion on this. I want you to tell me what you think about what she says in this thing, and then I'll tell you what I think. All right, ready? And I don't know her. She's probably a very nice woman. I'm not, but this is just what I think. Here we go.
Is this figure?
So super quick. I did it. I got my IFBB Pro card.
Oh no.
3 of them.
3 of them.
Not 2, but 3. And an overall. I did this show in 2007. And now in 2025, I did it. I accomplished my goal. I want to thank everybody that encouraged me and sent me well wishes and prayed for me. I could not have done this without the support of my family and my friends and my coach. I did it.
I got the same pro card.
Didn't they used to give it down to the next class? If someone got a pro card, let's say an open masters.
Tell us what you think. Just what's the problem with this?
The problem with it is she was
3 pro cards. She got 3 pro cards. I mean,
because she was the only one in her class is why she was going first.
No, it's not. No. She wasn't the only one in her class. What does it mean that she got 3 pro cards? Because you can only get 1 pro card, right?
It's like
she blew 3 judges.
No. She looked good. She probably looked good and deserved it.
She had some proud shoulders and all that, but it's like a pro card is you work towards a thing, you get a pro card to compete on the pro level. She's like, look what I got. I got 3. What do you mean 3? What does 3 do? You need 1 pro card to compete at a pro level.
How do you get 3 pro cards?
What happened to the other?
It's like I won 3
trophies.
That's what I'm saying.
She took 2 pro cards away from 2 other people.
How? By crossing over? I mean, what did she do?
By doing like 35 and over, 40 and over, 40.
Oh, that's what she did. So
jeez.
That is obscene.
Hold on. So listen, since 07, she's been trying for this. She's so happy she got a pro card because she was so crushed that she couldn't get it before that. But she wasn't crushed enough to say, you know what? I just broke 2 other girls' dreams that could have gotten pro cards on the same day. But I had to get all 3 of them because I was greedy, even though I only need 1.
Yeah, but as soon as she won the first one, they should have
only need 1. She should have dropped out of the other.
They used to do that.
Again, I'm with John. This is the promoter's fault.
Promoter, exactly. Promoter's fault.
You know what? If that's the rule, you know what? I'm going to tell you. I've talked to promoters about this. You know why they do that? Because
for the money.
They complain. They paid for the application fee for the class. They want to win, and they don't care about these other people that don't get the pro card. They want to say, I got 3 pro cards, even though you only need 1.
It should be a disqualification.
Yeah, but Dave, it's so
easy to get pro
cards today.
Dude, it's just selfish. She should have just dropped out of the other 2 classes.
First of all, I remember at the North America.
At the same point, the promoter could have said, "Okay, you got 1."
No, they're not going to do that because then they get people complaining. I spent $300 per class. I spent $900 on applications. I fucking class win.
But you're saying you want the people who go through all that length to self-police themselves?
All you got to do is put a caveat
what I'm
in the
saying
rules.
Is they're not going to.
No, all you got to do is put a caveat in the rules when you sign up and see if you're going to cross over and you win a pro card in any of your then you have to give up the other 2.
No, they won't do that. The only way they'll do it is if the person drops out.
Dave,
person should be obliged to jump out. They should tell them ahead of time.
You would think so if you weren't selfish and and
the promoter wasn't fucking greedy.
John, we come
not
from
the promoter. It's not the promoter's fault.
The promoter is the captain of the ship.
No, the promoter has to adhere to the rules of the IFBB.
Giving out pro cards too easy.
The rule is if the girl wants to stay in the class, she wins.
Bullshit.
Well, they need to change the rule.
The only way to avoid that is to actually have the girl drop out of the class.
She should be obliged to do.
They could also
be able to get
second place winner a pro card, Dave. If the first place winner has won multiple categories, they could give the second place winner a pro card.
No, they're not doing that. That's not the rule. The only way that happens is if the person drops out.
Dave, every show to give a pro
responsibility of the person to drop out once they win that first pro card.
Yeah, so there is a rule that takes into account multiple pro cards.
There's no rule.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. Let me give you a better analogy.
I'm a three-time pro now.
Listen, if you win New York Pro and you win Pittsburgh, you get the 2 Olympia qualifications. They don't go to the second place guy. All right. Now, it's a different story in the pros because you're making money. So no one's
That's why this is not a sport. This is a beauty. It's not
in
a
the amateur ranks, however, there's no money. Once you win a pro card, that's the highest pinnacle that you could achieve in that show. Why would you stay in the other 2 classes when you can give it to 2 other girls? Think about how happy you're going to make those 2 other people.
Do you guys remember when the USA's?
Well, this is the most narcissistic, selfish industry
self-absorbed.
ever. Self-absorbed. So you expect that girl to do that? No way.
You're completely right.
This industry compared to others is the most delusional, self-absorbed people that you will ever meet in your life. I mean, you can have a person that is like a normal person, and we've all had those clients that prep people. They're normal, whatever, cool. They'll win a show or not even a pro card. They'll win a show, and their head, and they'll go divorce their husband. They'll be a completely different person. I mean, they literally think in their head that there's something because they won a local show. It's absolutely crazy how this industry changes people and destroys people's
more than any other thing.
But we come from an era where there was one show, you had fucking pro card, you had to win the USA overall.
I was just saying that, or the North American.
You had to win the universe.
You had to fucking win.
You had to win the fucking universe to get a pro card.
Dude, now they're giving out, get your pro cards here. Soon it'll be on the back of a milk card.
They come in 3-packs now. We proved that. You can buy you can buy a pro card in a 3-pack.
And you guys, you know what the saddest thing about this whole thing is? There's going to be another girl who's going to want to outdo this one and get 4 pro cards. Right. That's the next step of this.
This is where the promoters have to step in and say, "Wow, we can't let this happen again." Yeah. And change the fucking rule because
what was the girl?
this is
Bikini,
stupid.
fitness,
And
what
you're
was she
really hurting. You're really hurting other athletes by doing something.
Right. But John, you know what? Hold on. Take the promoter out of this. If that's the rule, it's not the promoter. It's the people who run the organization.
Right, 100%.
It's not the promoter. All right. Now, let's take this promoter out of the. If this is the rule, okay, and you're a competitor, okay, and you win a class, and they give you, and the new IFBB pro card goes to blah 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 blah. Here it is, holding it up. I won my pro card. I'm so happy, right? Because that's my goal in life, to win my pro card for whatever delusions I have, what I'm going to do with it. Now the next class comes up. I'm lining up. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to beat that girl because I just beat her in the other class. We're both in this 45 and over class. You know what I'm going to say to her? I'm going to be like, enjoy your pro card. And I'm going to go up to the expedite. I'm going to say, I'm out.
She should forfeit.
They're not going to do that.
She steps out, and the other one, do you know the friendship that those 2 girls will develop for the rest of their life?
Listen to me.
And not only that,
the girl has to give up her to just drop out to let another woman win and get her pro card.
You can still do it, Dave.
That's
you can still do it.
It's
not too late.
No, it is. Once you get off that stage as the winner, that's it.
She can relinquish the card.
No,
relinquish it.
Do it.
Wait a minute. Listen to me.
She relinquished the card, but it's not going to go to the other person.
Listen to me. Fuck all that shit. I have a legitimate question. What if that fucking guy we just saw posing, right? What if he's 40 years old, went in one of those master classes? They're giving out pro cards to the masters, which I think is bullshit, though. It's going into masters classes like backdoor shit. Okay, but let's say he goes into master class and he goes in. He's the only guy in his fucking class, which
never happened.
And
never
he gets
happened.
a pro card.
It'll never happen.
What if they're giving out John Romano?
You saw how many people were in those masters divisions.
I hate
never
a lot of people.
It'll never happen.
Dude,
It'll
you're
never
going to
happen.
get it.
Why? Because
There's
There's 90 and over. Maybe the 90 and over guy.
No,
might be-
bullshit.
Let me ask you this.
Nobody in
Let me ask you.
No, it never happened, Greg.
All right,
Never
let me further.
There's
Greg's
good
question.
master competitors. There's good master competitors.
Is there when you go to an open bodybuilding contest, regular open bodybuilding pro show, is there an over 40, over 30, over 35, over 60, over
Sometimes
62?
no. Sometimes.
Never.
They have
Never.
to be
So why are we giving pro cards to these people?
It's a backdoor way to win a show.
Money.
This is why it's the promoter's fault.
It's not
because
the
promoters are so
not making the
fucking
rules.
greedy.
You're not.
If I'm promoting a show and I got to give,
don't make the rules.
hey, listen to me. If I'm promoting a show and I got to give the same person 3 fucking pro cards, you know what's going to happen? A light bulb is going to go off in my head, and I'm going to say something's fucking wrong here.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
But John,
Yes,
it's not the promoter.
More
It's not the
people to do your
promoter's
show.
show.
Yes, it
More people to do your
is.
show.
It
But
is
wait a
the
minute,
promoter's
but
fault
what if
because you're
it's
letting
a-
it
The more
happen.
cards you give, the more people do your show.
But Dave, what if it's a master's class and there's nobody in it and it's
Greg,
got pro
it
card
never
still on
happens. The
there?
master's
And that
class
guy
is
goes in there and wins.
They're
He can't
packed.
use pro card. They
Greg,
can't
you're
use
not
pro
listening.
card.
Masters
You're not
Nationals is always
listening.
stat. There's good competition at Masters
You're
Nationals.
never
Wait,
listening,
forget
Greg.
that. But in these Momo levels, like that chick just won a show, right? If there's a fucking pro card attached, like the
There's
master,
no pro card attached to anything that doesn't have a lot of people in it. Okay,
I
pro
don't
cards
know.
bring competitors to this.
all I know is
There should only be pro
win
cards.
fucking a local show and they got
That's
Greg,
why
what
they
do you
give
think it
pro
is?
cards
There
because they
should
want
only be pro
competitors.
cards given to divisions that have pros.
You got to be serious to
They
take
got
all this
Masters
shit
Pro
when you're
shows
in your
now, John.
40s.
It
No,
should
Greg,
be.
you got to be really serious to take all these drugs when you're in your 40s.
Now
You
I gotta
know,
urinate. Oh, no.
You got to be serious. You got to really want to look good. You're not going to do that. Anyone trying to get a pro card as a 40 or older, they're really serious about it for whatever reason.
I mean, they wrote this a long time ago when they started. There's no going back at this point. It's just, when you see
They
a pro.
used to go to the second and third place person
Yeah.
if 2 people had already gotten a pro card, which
Yeah.
I thought was a good idea because, like you said, Armand, these women, the women more than the men, the women are super, super selfish. They will never drop out. I've seen guys drop out and give the next guy the pro card. These women will not do it. They want to go home and hold 3 pro cards up, like as if now they have a level. They're better than the Nick Walker when he got his pro card because she's got 3 pro cards.
Yeah.
Like it matters. How about you pay 3? Let's pay for 3 pro cards. You only need 1, but why don't you buy 3 pro cards? Give the IFBB $200 3 times. Just
What
so
is
you
the
don't
solution,
Like
Dave?
Amin just said, what about now there's going to be 4, right? And then somebody's
It
going to try
doesn't
to win
matter.
5.
Once you win 1, the others become irrelevant, John.
Well, why can't they change the rule?
Why won't they change the rules again?
Change the
That would make
fucking
the most
rule.
sense.
You can
You know
only
why,
win
John?
1
I'll
pro
tell you why.
card.
Yeah, they should change the rule
I'll tell you why.
the sport's getting way more people
Because
competing.
there's too many pro cards being given out already. So they figure it this way. If
Well, it's
one
more
woman wants to
competitive.
take 4 pro cards, we don't care. Doesn't matter to us. We still got all these people entering. She's going to look like the selfish one, not us. We offered the 4 pro cards.
Nobody
She
give
won
no.
them.
She won 3 pro. So when you smell that shit, you smell blood. Well, I've been training my ass off. I want all 3. It's an ego thing. It's definitely an ego thing.
Yeah, but you can't do
You
it.
gotta
You
stop
can't do
giving out-
anything with it,
You
Greg.
got to stop giving out that many pro cards. Only 1 pro card should be in.
No. Look.
No,
you
you're,
know why
you're too
these
much.
classes
Yeah,
are-
but you're too much of a fan
Greg,
of this shit.
You know why these classes are all packed with competitors? Because they're giving away pro
Give
cards.
out
The
pro
pro card
cards.
means nothing now.
Also, hold on,
But
guys.
it's
Let's
nothing.
not forget. Let's not forget.
Pro card that easy.
99% of these pros are not competing. They use that as a title to make more money, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that's what they're doing. They're doing all this so they can get that title. I'm an IFBB pro, which qualifies them with the knowledge. Look, for the sake of
So
argument,
that girl gets to promote herself as 3-time IFBB pro.
Yeah, put on their card or Facebook or.
You know what's funny?
So you can
Three-time
see her
IFBB
name on
pro.
Facebook or
Yes,
on
she is.
Instagram, and it's going to say 3-time IFBB.
I mean, she's got a good build.
She only put 1 time. No, she's got a beautiful physique. She's great. She's
got a good
awesome.
physique.
I'm not taking anything away from her physique. I just think it was very selfish of her.
What
to
is
take those pro cards.
what category is she in? Bikini?
Well, she won 3 different pro cards, so she did 3 different categories.
Is it bikini? But I'm saying, is it bikini?
No, it looks like fitness.
No, it looks like figure to me.
Figure.
So she
Figure,
competed.
No, is that women's physique? Yeah, women's physique.
It's women's physique.
So
she won 3 different age categories, guys.
She won 40 plus.
Yeah.
To me, that's all
35
bullshit.
plus. And figure. Oh, she did figure too. She won it.
That's what I was saying. So she crossed over.
It's really impressive, Dave.
I agree with John Romano. That's a weak show.
She's really good. I'm not taking anything away from her. She's got a beautiful look. She's got a great physique. She'll probably do well as a pro.
I mean, Dave, we wouldn't be having this conversation if she lost. We're only having this conversation because she happened to enter these categories and won.
I don't like
really
all
good.
that.
She's really good. No,
So
congratulations, sir.
No, she looks good.
Nice.
She does look good.
Honestly, in all fairness, I think that the people that came
this is the universe.
Yeah.
She looks good.
The women
Is that drug tested?
should be getting
No,
a
not
I
the
thought the
not the
universe is
master.
drug tested.
They
Not
don't
the
drug test
masters.
anymore. They don't drug test.
Okay.
There is no such thing as drug testing.
Dude, all I know is there's more
bodybuilding
IFBB
is drugs.
Dude, there's more IFBB pros today than there is NFL players, than there is MLB players, than NBA players,
Absolutely.
NHL.
Well, it's more competitors, Greg.
Get your pro card here. Get your pro card.
There's more people competing.
No,
Like
because
we competed in our 20s.
Greg, you know what? It's good for business. It's good for
It's
business.
not a real sport, though.
You know, let me say something about
Never
that.
was
It
a
might
real
be
sport.
good for business,
Never
Dave.
was a real
Ruined it.
It might be good for business, and we can argue about that. But you know what? It's not good for. It's not good for camaraderie. It's not good for the brotherhood. It's not good for the sport because we should be supporting each other.
Right.
When that girl won that fucking first pro card, you're right, Dave. She should have walked right up to the expediter and say, "I'm dropping out of the next 2. Let the other girls win them." But no, she had to come home with 3 pro cards so she could put 3-time IFBB.
What you're saying is you already got your goal.
John, let me
absolutely
hold
destructive.
Hold on.
That's destructive and counterproductive. And what it does is it makes us all look bad. It makes us
John,
look
when
like
I was 17,
self-absorbed, self-centered, fucked up people.
I agree.
That would
I
go
agree.
and do
But
that.
hold on a sec. When I was 17, I did my first show. Okay, it was AAU, so it was.
That's what I
it was 19 and under, and then it was it was adults. Okay, I won the teenage was split into two categories: 18 and 19-year-olds and 17 and under. I won the 17. I won the overall, and then I crossed over into the adult short class. I won the adult short class and went against one man who was 20 years older than me because I was 17 for the overall. He beat me by 1 point. It was kind of like something they said. I didn't know.
There a point to this story?
I didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
How would I
Once
have
you
known
get
that I
your
would have won if I didn't just give it my
Yeah,
all?
but you were the
This
best
is
guy.
John's
You didn't
point.
take a pro card away from anyone.
Once you get one pro card, it should be okay. I won my goal.
That's it.
Shut her down. She got the pro
Yep.
card. Next, you did it. You
That should be the
got your
rules.
Pro card.
That should be the
never heard
rule.
such a
It
thing,
should
though.
be.
It should be the
That's
rule.
what I said.
Once you get your pro card, that's it. Step back, and you won. You reached your goal. How much higher can you go than that?
But she should also still been allowed to have won those categories. Meaning the second place winner should have got a pro card.
People
but
used to respect the pro card too. I remember, when I was even competing, like I didn't even want to compete and get a pro card until I had a pro level physique. So as soon as you turn pro, okay, I'm pro level physique. I can
She's got
go
a pro
compete
level
as a pro.
physique.
No,
She does. No, not her. She does. But the problem is giving it out to everybody. Their careers over because they can't compete as a pro. Like
She's
so
not
they
about
were-
looking
they were
for a
planning
woman
on
her
it.
age either. She's
Right.
not
I
about
don't think they
looking-
were ever planning on it, Armand. I think most
No,
of them
no. That's their end goal. To get a pro card and say I have a pro card, and that's it. It's
Yeah, look,
just,
she even put up a
Right.
girl.
But Armin, now the end
Somebody,
goal.
Angela Sardi didn't get a pro card because of this. There
Right.
we go.
See, but if this woman never competes again, she has a really good resume. She's won these different categories. She's got
What would you
as a
rather see her
business-
do, women's physique or figure? What do you think she'll compete?
I don't think she's going to compete at all. Why should she? She's
Well,
already.
No. Once you get your pro
She's
card,
at
the
the
ego
top.
of that shit, they compete.
Why though? Right now, she's at the top of her game.
Just look at the makeup of the person. She consumed 3 pro cards. She didn't have the wherewithal to decline the next 2 and give them to the next girls in line like any reasonable person would have done. She's collecting them so she can put on her Instagram handle 3-time IFBB pro. That's going to be the new thing. So now the next one is going to be, I'm going to try to win 4, like Amin said, 4 pro cards, then 5 pro cards. Now we're going to have a contest. Who can win the most pro cards?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
I think
they'll never be satisfied.
No, it's going to.
It's
absolutely destructive to the sport to do this.
Right, exactly right.
Wrong fucking thing to do.
They need to hear this podcast, and they need to make a change to the rules. And the rules need to reflect
that. I've never listened to this podcast.
They can care less about
the
the
next
rules.
person in line should get the pro card, and that would be good for the sport too, because think about it, more people would turn pro. So more people would have that IFBB.
You know what? Whatever the rules are, I think people have to. You know what? I was backstage at the Masters USA last year with my friend John Frascioni, and I told all these guys backstage because there wasn't a lot of coaches back there, so I was backstage with all these guys. I had a press pass, and I told these guys backstage. They said, if any of you guys win one class, you guys drop out and let the next guy win. And everyone, the guys have way more camaraderie, and they're not jealous of each other. Like when you're at the Masters level, everyone's kind of rooting for each other, and everyone's kind of like chatting with each other and making friendships and trading phone numbers and stuff like that. The guys were like totally on board with that. They're like, absolutely. The women, forget about it. They were like, they don't even talk to each other. They were like, each other.
Yeah, but the minute you get your pro card,
women are way cattier than men. Men are way more friendly backstage.
Because the minute you get your pro card, you reach your goal. You should go in the back, go get something to fucking eat right away. I mean,
that's right.
Instead of waiting to go back on stage, you reach your goal. You got your pro card.
Right.
There's no reason to go, I'm going to go now. Wait, I'm going to get another one. What? Right. It doesn't matter. One is really, you got 3 pieces of paper. You really only got 1 pro card, if you know what I'm saying. You don't have 3 pro. You
know what, Greg? You know what happens? You know what happens is when this stuff goes on, the public starts having a lot of bad feelings towards people who do this because it's not sportsmanlike. It's not socially acceptable to be greedy and selfish and self-centered. It's not acceptable. The public won't accept that. So when she comes out as in her next show, everybody's going to say, "Oh, there's the girl that won 3 pro cards." That's not going to be, "Oh, wow, how amazing she won 3 pro cards." They're going to say that selfish fucking bitch.
No one's going to even remember anything. No one's going to remember anything when she comes out next time.
Maybe, you know what happens?
I don't think
that's even a sadder truth.
I don't think she's going to compete, guys.
She placed last. Then they're going to be like, "What is?"
That's why.
It doesn't matter. It's all.
That's why. That's why she's not going to compete again, Greg.
2 people in your class, you won 1 out of 2, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I say it's bullshit. The sport allows this. It's not a real sport anyway. There's no government. It's owned by somebody. It's not like a governing organization where it's a
look, John, Greg, there's rules in place.
There's rules and everything.
You have to play within the rules. So if the rules say that you don't get another pro card, then you have to drop out.
Dave, how do you win a bodybuilding show? We've been to shows. I personally been to a show where a guy who I know, I'm not going to say his name here, I'll tell you the story, but I know he should have won. He looked like a guest poser.
Every Greg's story, only got to be anonymous.
He was told, "You're not going to win."
But it's definitely a good guy.
He can never tell a story about a person he can name.
Call people out. Who cares? Who cares? Call everyone out.
I don't give a shit, but it's not a real. You don't win by merit.
Yeah, but Greg, every now and then, okay, but it's every single story you tell.
Victor should have won the Olympia in 07. What does that mean?
Dave,
Victor should have won the Olympia in 07. What does that mean?
Dave, you know who it is. You know what I'm saying? No, not the Olympics. No, you're talking.
All right, I got to wrap up.
I'm talking NPC.
I thank you guys for recording a day earlier. You guys will be watching this on regular Tuesday, but we recorded this on Monday because I'll be in Pittsburgh yelling at people backstage to turn down the 2nd and 3rd pro cards because I'm only accepting 1. I'm going to have to be the police back there now. If anyone wins one, I'm taking them off stage in a
good.
And if you get your ass eaten,
why don't you talk to Mannion while you're there?
Dave?
I want to.
Disgraceful.
John, do you think they care anymore, though, at this point? Do you think they even care?
I would hope they do, Armin. I really do. I mean, I hope they do.
I just don't think they do anymore.
At
this point.
That was the Eastern USA and Eastern States.
They don't give 2 shits.
I want to think they do, Armin. I really do.
No.
All right. I love you guys. We'll see you guys next week. We'll be back at the normal time. And
wait, Dave, can I just say,
yes.
if you get your ass eaten, it's not gay, and refer to the beginning of this show here.
You got to bring it full circle. Yeah,
full
Yes,
circle.
to understand what I'm talking about.
Just in case we weren't demonetized enough the first time.
Let's not forget. Let's
John,
not
if you
want
want
to drive the nail home.
Greg had the epic glove.
Do a fleet enema.
Comparison
Wait, Dave,
to the
can we get a
glove.
pro card for this show? We should
compared to the glove.
You know what Dave, I got a great idea for our
we
next
should
challenge.
give out after-hour
We're
pro
gonna-
cards.
Here's what we're going to do to involve our audience. For the next event we do, you're going to design a fleet enema commercial for Greg to shoot. So you got to write the script, you got to come up with the concept, write the script and the action. It's got to be 3 minutes long, and you're going to starring Greg Valentino, and you're going to sell the fleet enema. No,
Wait,
30 seconds.
Is this
not 3 minutes.
30 seconds.
John,
not
I
3
gotta
minutes,
say,
John.
I
30
gotta say
seconds.
one thing. Thanks to me, every one of you guys got a fucking fleet enema from Michelle.
We gave it to you though. We didn't
and you
keep
all
it.
gave it to me.
We gave it to you.
No, I gave mine
I
to my
kept mine.
housekeeper.
Oh, you did?
Oh, you did?
Yes.
I think Armand gave me his. I think Larry
I
gave
gave
me
you
I-
mine. Yeah.
A lot of it. You came home with a 6-pack.
I use Fiberlize. I don't need a fleet enema. Sorry. So.
I use Fiberlize too, but I like to.
You
That
like
Fiberlize
it,
is good
you like
shit,
it
right?
squeaky clean. Yeah.
I
You
like it, Dave. You could eat
Speaking
off
of that,
my
Dave,
ass.
I'll be sending you an email soon. That Fiberlize is good shit.
There
Yeah,
you
You
go.
know, that's a great double entendre, right?
That's right.
there.
That's right.
I got
That is
everything.
a beautiful double entendre. I
And
love
It
it.
is the shit for
Yes.
sure.
Listen to me,
It's the
remind
shit.
See you guys next week.